Alright, what's up, guys? It is the evening of August 21st, 2017. I want to talk about humility, the importance of humility, the power of understanding humility. Because this humility thing is 101 to Christianity. And it's absolutely fundamental that we understand humility, because if we have humility, we are understanding Christianity. Humility is the result of right understanding. It's not something that we try to be; it's something that we are when we have understanding. And without humility, really there is pride and flesh. So when we have an understanding of humility, it comes because we understand we've become a conduit for God. It comes by understanding that we are the body of God and that God lives in us. And so it's no longer us who lives, it's the life of God that we've been given and that we are living. And this is very important because when we start experiencing the life of God, the freedom, the power, the wisdom, the glory of God, if there is room for us to boast in our flesh, we will. But understanding gives us, when we have understanding, there is no room for the flesh to boast. This is very important because we're going to, as we increase, as the life of God increases in us, we're going to grow in glory to glory to glory. So you're going to become greater and greater and greater. Who you are, your ability, everything that you do is going to increase. There's no limit to what you can become. The limit is the limit of that there is on God, and there is no limit. And so, for example, if we start having start experiencing wisdom, and we start becoming extremely smart, and we can understand things like physics and the way things operate and all this stuff. We have those wisdom and intelligence, and then you start seeing people healed and all these different things, and people start looking at you and they're like, wow, who is this guy? If we don't understand, if we don't have humility, these things will go and they will create pride, and they will create a sense of flesh, a sense of, hey, this is your life. And if there's room for that, then there is room to fall. And so when we have an understanding, humility comes in to where we understand that it's the life of God is what's in me and making me this way. And I'm the body of Christ. I'm the temple of God. And the life that's in me has been given to me, and it's not mine, it's God, Christ in me, the hope of glory. And so I am the expression of Christ in me. Everything that I do is because of this life that's in me. And so this is humility, because it's not you. You're living Christ's life. And so you get to be like him, but it's not you. It's God. You become a partaker of God's divine nature. You can become a partaker of Christ. And so this is where, when we have an understanding of this, that we're partaking, we're a conduit for the power, for the Spirit of God. We know where all the glory is due, and this is very, very, very important that we understand this and stay grounded in this as we begin to grow. that we stay grounded in this understanding that brings humility. It's not that everything that we do is because Christ lives in us. Yeah, it's very important. And so, like, we begin to have all this joy and have peace, and we can see that we're the head, not the tail, and we're risen up very high. We don't have any fear of man. We're very, very confident in all these great things. And then if this understanding is not sound in us, what will be happening is we'll begin to think that we're these things. But really, we're not our own. See, we're not our own. And so this can lead to a downfall. And I was having dinner with John just to celebrate everything that's happening right now. We went to a sushi place and it was really good. And I was beginning to talk and stuff like that. And then kind of later on, John was talking about how he said some things just about God and how great God was and how amazing God is. And it humbled me. And I realized that this sense of humility, this understanding that it's Him that lives in me, that's so amazing. That it's not me and myself. It's this gift I've been given, which is Himself. And so I began to see, hey, it's not about your life, it's about His life. And it's not about how great your life is. It's not. And if everything, all of a sudden your life becomes great, then it's all about your life being great. But it's not ever about your life being great. It's about His life being great. And you're living His great life. So it's always about Him. It's not about you, it's about Christ in you. It's always about Christ. And this is that understanding is humility. It brings humility to us. And then our waitress, she started limping. Like I could tell she was in pain, and she started limping, and she was, walking around with a limp from it just started. And I was having all these thoughts. I was kind of just like repenting. It's kind of just like, man, like because I had a really great day, like a really great day, and I was able to do like talk and not be fearful and it's growing, but I realized that I was starting to lose this humility. It's very subtle. And I was realizing this as John was talking to me. Then I got this. Then I was just like, it's not about me. It's about Christ in me. And then I started just to think about this for the whole time. I was wanting to pray for this lady. And then after a while, I was like, I'm gonna go pray for her. I was really scared to do so, but I did it anyway. And what I believed was like I'm a conduit for God. And so I asked if I could pray for her, and she was like, yeah. She was excited for me to pray for her. I put my hand on her. She told me she had like surgery on her back and all the way down her leg. Something was messed up. I just put my hand on her knee and said, from your feet to your back, be healed. Something to that extent. And then I told her, hey, move around. And she was like, oh wow. I was like, is there pain? She's like, no pain. And then some people were asking me like, what'd you do and stuff like that. And she was like, he prayed for me and all these things like that. And that just kind of happened. And so God would just like show me, hey, this is the way. Like it's me in you, and you partaking of me. It's very important. Very important that we understand this, because we will not be able to grow until we understand this. Because the things that He wants, the way that He wants to make us, will cause us to fall because we'll think it's us, but it's not us, it's Him. So that is humility. See you later.